Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Joining us now is North Miami Councilman Alix Desulme, someone with an outstanding record of public service and pride himself on his dedication to his community. Councilman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, James. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Absolutely. So I know you grew up in North Miami, but you were born in Haiti, in Alixs.
Yes, indeed. I was born in Alixs. As you know, Alixs has a rich history of, that's where the flag was sewed together, and it's a beautiful seaside city in the northern part of Haiti. I would migrate here when I was 7 to New York. And then after, a couple of years, my mom decided it was too cold. And we decided
That's true Haitian, right there.
There you go. So we decided to come down south, and we settled in North Miami. So I've been here ever since. So I came here when I was in middle school.
Wow, wonderful. Yeah. Have you been back to Haiti, doing back and forth to visit?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. It's a beautiful place. My family has a lot of properties there, so I go back and forth.
Yeah.
Lovely place.
I'm wondering, your parents, do they take the Haitian culture back from Alixs to North Miami? Do they cook the same thing at home?
Well,
like
of course.
the sauce fry and the
because my dad passed away when I was young. So I grew up with my mom, really. But, being part of a multicultural place as Miami is, you have to keep your own culture, and that's one thing. The griot and everything. Yeah, I mean, my mom doesn't know how to cook. African American food. So that's what she knows.
Wow, wow. So you migrated when you were 7. So obviously you started school here in United States.
Yes.
So how was the transition for you from Haiti to the United States?
At 7, I really didn't understand, much. I mean, I could recall Haiti very, very vaguely when I went to school there. That's why I don't speak French, so I didn't get it. Yeah. But I remember everything from my last few semesters in first grade going on to second grade perfectly. And then moving on, not knowing English, of course, I was placed in an ESOL class in New York, and then kind of navigate myself to get out of the program, and then went into regular ed. So
from New York now to Miami, it's another transition. So how you cope with that?
No, that was fine. It was. I didn't want to move at first. Your mom said you have to go. I didn't have any choice. But moving to North Miami, it was very, very eye-opening because it was totally different from New York. I mean, the culture, the folks, and everything. But I got settled pretty soon, I could say. I started the 9th grade, I could say, here. So it was when they doing the transition from senior high school to middle school, that level, so junior high to middle school. So I got started at North Miami Middle, and then everything else is history.
So we are talking about the period of 1993, 1994. We know during that time the Haitian community wasn't the same that it is today.
No, it was an upcoming community, and I really wasn't too much, per se, looking at the Haitian community, more looking at the community in North Miami. It just happened as I developed to get involved in my school at North Miami Senior High School. I started some stuff there, some trouble there.
What kind of trouble?
Well, it's a story there. There was a principal that really didn't want to help the students that was going there. At that time, we were taking the it was a test. It wasn't the FCAT. It was the HSCT test. And he was more into sports, so I kind of did a whole petition, got Channel 7 involved, and I was only in the 10th grade. So that kind of kicked my little civic engagement involved. And from there, I started attending community meetings, city meetings. And from, that's where the silent, as normally people said, the silent majority started coming together. So that's how it started.
So at a very young age, you were already seen as, okay, that's a leader right there. So we need to
I don't know about a leader, but if something was wrong and I could help, I always trying to find a way to help.
Okay. And then you, after high school, so you came to Miami-Dade College.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about your
Yes.
experience here.
Well, after high school, I knew I always wanted to be a teacher. I came to Miami-Dade North Campus because that was closer. And of course, not having a car, riding the bus, so that was the best way to get here. It was pretty cool. It was pretty good. But back then, it's always, oh, you Miami-Dade, you're not never gonna finish. So I was here for a lot. I had to take some remedial classes and some other stuff, and then I guess a year and a half into my being here in Miami-Dade, I transferred to St. Thomas University, and that was it.
So, who or what was your motivation to keep going in school?
I knew to be a teacher, I knew you needed a bachelor. That much I knew. So I
Back
didn't
then.
have back then. Well, still now, you still need a bachelor.
Well, it depends on the level.
Yeah,
where you
well,
teach
yeah.
it.
But you have to have a bachelor in order for you to teach in the state of Florida. So I knew, like school or didn't like school. By the way, I enjoyed school. I knew I needed to get a bachelor. So, and my family also played an intricate role into this. My mom did not have a high education, but she made education a priority. I mean, for my sister, myself, my brother, we had to finish high school. That's where it started, at home. That high school diploma really meant something, and it was for your mom. It was for your parents. It was for your dad. It was for the family. And college was something that you, as an individual, will decide to do. But now things have changed. So I knew I wanted to finish, go beyond high school, and finish college. And so I started. And from there, I just kept going. And a few months from now, I'll be completing my EDD, of course, in education. So I'll be the first,
Congrats. I have to
Thank
say,
you.
you are a certified teacher.
Yes.
You are also a business owner.
Yeah.
So you, what is it when you're inside of a classroom right now as an adjunct professor at St. Thomas University? How is it for you to give back to the different communities now?
Yeah, well, teaching, you have to have a passion to do it. I have a long history. I've taught K through 12 for over 13 years with Miami-Dade County Public School. I took a transition from K through 12 into higher ed. That's why I'm getting a doctoral degree. At that level, the higher ed level is, the college level. That's really important. But it's needed, and it's something I see as it's part of helping the community in a way, but I'm doing something that I love because I'm shaping future educators. That's what I do. I teach educational classes, and I teach teachers. I mold them how to be better teachers, how to have better strategies in the classrooms, how to deal with everything that they have to deal with in today's society.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, but after the break, I want to talk about 2009, the year where you made history.
Yes.
Stay with us. You're watching MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Our special guest today is Councilman Alix Desulme. We'll be right back.
Be creative. Be a hero. Be the solution. Be connected. Be innovative. Be global. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
Welcome back to MDC in the Haitian community. I'm James Pierre. Joining us now is still our guest, Alix Desulme, Councilman Alix Desulme, should I say, and also Vice Mayor of the city of North Miami. So congrats on that new position.
Thank you.
We'll talk more in details about that new role. But first, I want to take our viewers back to before you even have the key now of the city, a city that you grew up in.
Yeah.
So you also a small business owner. You created a job for more than a decade in that city. What kind of job you created there?
Well, as a small business owner, I own a marketing firm called Alix Desulme and Associate, and I had an opportunity to work with various different companies in Miami-Dade County, the state of Florida. I had various clients, and part of my job for these clients were to go out there and promote their product or their services in the community, which required me to hire a lot of people in the community. So I had the opportunity to create thousands of jobs over the years for the average folks, and majority of them were Haitian because most of these clients, I think we talked Soje Bank, Western Union, they really needed access to the Haitian community, and I was kind of the person who helped them get through the gate through my marketing firm.
Ah, great. You are also a believer, true believer in education.
Oh, yeah.
You mix that with youth.
Yes.
You believe that if you start young, there's a way we're gonna succeed.
Well, yeah, we have to, because even now, young folks are the easiest people to mold them the right way. They have such a creative minds of how to do things and do it the right way, their own way. And I started teaching second grade, so I know a few things about the little mind. And I believe if you keep them engaged, you keep them in the right track, they're going to be replacing us pretty soon. And we got to make sure not only we have a safe pathways for them, but we have laid the right foundation for them in our community.
Talking about education, when you grew up in that community, you knew obviously how was it on the educational level with the Haitian Americans or Haitians coming here in this country. How is it right now? Is there any progress on the educational level? Do we have more educated Haitian Americans in our community?
Well, yes, indeed. Back then, you have to understand, folks like my mom and her generation before, the culture did not allow them. The government did not allow them. Education is not as free as it is here in the U.S. as it was in Haiti. Now it's getting much, much better, and we are we have a new group of Haitian Americans, and I think those who grew up here and those who came here, they came for the sole purpose of making sure that people like me and yourself, we got a better education than them. And as the generation gets, older, of course, we get more and more into, education, getting more educated folks in the community. But back then it wasn't allowed because what they had to work. They had to, they were the breadwinner. My mother had to work 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, to make sure that we get what we needed. And these were not high-end CEO jobs. These were, the basic hotel cleaning jobs to make sure that we get the education that we needed.
Very young, you've been involved in so many organizations, community organizations, and also receiving several awards. I want to put it into perspective for our viewers that you also the co-founder of the Haitian American Elected Officials Network.
Yeah.
It was a very young age you're starting that.
Yeah.
Also in 2012, you're the Florida JC Outstanding Young Public Service Award recipient. The big one, which I like, is the organization, the National Organization for the Advancement of Haitians, NOAH. You received an award from them. So tell me about that.
Well, over the years, I've received a lot of awards just for my work in the community prior to being elected. I wasn't looking for them. It was just folks always looking, and you knock on wood, God is out there when you do good stuff. And some people see that and they would call and they would write a letter, say, we would like to recognize you. And I've received numerous over the years. But I think the most important to me is really helping an individual. That the award that I get is making sure that they happy once they leave my office. That's the smile that I have in my face. I have on my face once that happened. Yeah.
2009, that's what I'm talking about now. So you made history, right? You were elected city clerk for the city of North Miami. So the first Black to serve in this capacity for the city of North Miami.
Indeed, indeed. And more importantly, I was the youngest in the entire U.S., so that was good.
Wow.
I didn't know. I mean, when you run for office, you don't know these things gonna happen. You run. I had ran prior to that, but I didn't make it. I ran 2 or 3 times for council. I didn't make it, but I've always been determined.
What kept you going?
Well, determination. Was very determined to do, because I always thought that there's something that I needed to offer. But my community, again, my base, when you talk about the political landscape, it's a little bit more around the edges when you talk about young folks running for public office, because in our culture, in the Haitian culture, they do have something with young folks. It's something that I had to work on within the community to make sure that, hey, I'm young, but you could trust me. I have the knowledge and I could help the community. And finally, in 2009, I won a citywide election, which is only two positions in the entire city. The mayor and the clerk run citywide because everyone else have their own particular district. So I ran and I won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Keep making history.
Yeah.
A quick reminder for our viewers. How would you describe the job, city clerk? What's the description?
Yeah, the city clerk is an important role. First of all, that's the person who founded the city. It's the person who kept the records of the city. You are the custodial of the city. You have to attest to all meetings, to whatever the legislation the mayor signed, and members of the council signed. You have to make sure you get your stuff locked down and do what needs to be done. So you kind of like the record keeper, and you give business licenses. You also run the city election for the entire city. So there's different functions that you do that is very important to the city.
Several roles. Now you're the vice mayor of the city of North Miami. Obviously, you're not serving only the Haitian community, you're serving the whole city. I want to know after the break, what is it your job consists of now? You're watching MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Wonderful conversation with Councilman Alix Desulme, now vice mayor of the city of North Miami. Stay with us.
Be creative. Be a hero. Be the solution. Be connected. Be innovative. Be global. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
Welcome back to MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Conversation with Councilman Alix Desulme. Alix, so now you are running, getting money, funding to run for councilman. You got the job, your first day at the office. How was it?
Well, there was a transition. From 2009, I served as a clerk until 2011 because I ran for state rep. I didn't make it. So, in Florida, you have to resign to run for two offices. And then 2015 came. I did not know. My particular council person just happened to leave office. She didn't want to run for re-election. And the opportunity came. I was determined again to serve my community, so I decided to run. Ran and won. And first day, whoa, it actually happened. Totally different from city clerk, totally different. But it helped because I knew how the city operates from that, because being a clerk, you was more involved on the administrative level because you serve as a department head. Now I'm a policymaker. So it's a little different, but that experience kind of helped out, being in the city on that particular level. But I ran on a good platform to help out the community. I had talked about the housing crisis that we have in our city, the jobs, all of the different initiatives that I ran on. I started tackling them on the first day.
Wow, great. So obviously the Haitian community is very proud of you and what you do. Would you feel that it's because of all you have gained, during the years of your, growing up in the city of North Miami and also back in Haiti, that made you a better person that you are today in being in that position?
Well, I would say I didn't really have much growing in Haiti because I don't recall coming here at 7. When you're 7, you left there. I mean, I remember my grandma being here. But it's a foundation. It's a combination of Haiti is still part of me. That's where I was born. That's where, that's where my parents are from. That's who I am. It's a part of me. That would never change. But more importantly, I think growing up in North Miami, I knew the city. I loved the city. And it's a city that I grew up in a city that's dear to my heart. So all of that, there's a passion that I brought to the clerk office, and then I took to the councilman office that kind of help out the entire city.
How is the Haitian community in North Miami for our viewers? You know, what are the problems they are dealing with, and how you guys cope to resolve these issues?
Well, it's problems that most communities deal with throughout the entire county, Miami-Dade County. But North Miami was the fourth largest city in Dade County until a couple years ago. It's a majority Haitian, you know, especially my district. Well, let's talk about my district, especially almost 60% are Haitian American. The problems are, you know, economic development, which runs into jobs, and that's because of the language barrier. Housing, because if they're not working, they might have a problem with their housing, if it's the roof. And you got to go out there and make sure you get funding from the government, from the Fed, to help them out, do as much as you can. A lot of social service needs. I started a food program, giving food twice a month out to folks in the community, to the entire city who need it, and that kind of helped out a lot. And I didn't know when I was putting together these programs. I created a senior program to help out the seniors in North Miami called NOMI Gold and Silver Program, 55 and up, where they come together on Wednesdays, a day filled of activities and different things, field trips and guest speakers come in. So to engage them and to improve their quality of life, you know, so these are part of the problems and part of the solutions that, you know, I try to do that, you know, to tackle.
Great. Let's say a young Haitian from Haiti migrated in the United States is watching right now the show and want to follow your footsteps. What is it he has to do?
Well, there's nothing the sky is the limit. As long as you go to school, you have the right intention, and you follow your heart. You may not want to be a teacher, you may want to be a doctor. Whatever your decision or whatever you're passionate about, because you have to be passionate about whatever you want to do. Just take that and be true to yourself and never stop learning. And like I said, the sky is the limit.
Yeah. How do you see, where do you see the Haitian community in 5 or 10 years from now?
We have a lot of growing up to do. I mean, we started, we're in a good place, but we fairly a new community. I know we've been around since the 70s, you know, going through the 80s and the 90s, and we've been through a lot. But compared to other communities, we have a lot to do, but it's a very, very vibrant community. We're doing a lot, so we're coming up very slowly.
I know that specific area may not be part of your jurisdiction. Little Haiti, we know that they have Little Haiti Cultural Center. It's a lot of cultural activities going there. There is the gentrification of the Little Haiti right now they're talking about. Your take on that?
Well, gentrification is always a bad thing because, but it happens in a lot of cities throughout our country, and that's something that we got to be careful how it's gonna, if it doesn't affect our area, North Miami. But there's things that I think the government, us as a body, could do to make sure that developers who are coming in don't really put out the folks who really, you know, the foundation of the city, although that happens a lot, and we have to make sure we got programs and policies where they could, you know, at least keep them in their right home.
Absolutely. And you still keep the Haitian culture deep inside of you. You are still getting involved in so many other activities inside of the Haitian community. One last word, what is it you're working right now to help the Haitian community be a better community?
I'm always, every day I wake up, I thank God for life, for being around and for giving me the opportunity to serve. I look at the entire community because I have Hispanic, 27% of my district are Hispanic, you know, 60% is Haitian, and then you have African American, and then you have the Caribbean, all others. And so looking at how can I better serve them, if it's economic development, whatever you may call it, whatever the need may be. When you walk into my office, I don't know what I'm going to run into, who's going to come in, what issues they're going to have. My hope is to always try to help them the best way that I can.
Nicely said. Thank you so much, Councilman Alix Desulme, now Vice Mayor of the City of North Miami. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, and again, thank you so much for doing what you're doing for the community, giving them the information. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to you as well for watching MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. We'll see you next time.